Things working fine in theory. I say in theory. Outbreak's over. Hi Sam. Hi Sumi. Hi Burb. Everything should be going fine. I have no bread for you, man. I got no bread for you. Oh, well, Sarah contest. That was the Minecraft version of Ghost. And yeah, I'm getting the Fifi plush out. There. There we go. Phoenix plush. Yeah. Anyways, welcome everyone to day 6 of the August Subathon. This is your first time here on the channel. My name is Dragon. I'm Dragon Girl VT with Mouth. Hi, Phoenix. I just got plushie you on the desk right now. Well, my name is Hats, not Dragon. I still need to get out of the habit of calling myself Dragon. Nobody ever uses that name. It's better for branding. It's what everybody recognizes. I didn't get to pick my own name when I was born. I don't get to pick my own VTuber name. That's just how it is.
Screw you! I am gonna go play Minecraft!
Like fell asleep on Sonya, be trying to make me suffer. Sorry there, Phoenix. Anyways, no waffling about. We're gonna try to get through story with at least this section of Subathon today. Which means... queuing for this. You know, I was gonna take advantage of DPS privilege, but never fucking mind. Random Renry lore tidbit. The grimoire she's using right now was actually, in my own little headcanon for what's going on here with Warrior Light shenanigans, was a gift from Harshafont. Also, hi, Chatty. Getting party chat. I miss him too. Give him back. Also, I need to start timer. And off they go! I know that they put him in the preview image. Why is he not there, Yoshi P? Why'd you stick him there if he's not a part of it? Why you gotta tease us? Why you gotta taunt me? Salt swallow larva. Oh, these are the babies. Oh, there's the big ones. Not Adel. Why did I put Addle right next to that? Why do I even still have Addle on my hotbar? There are so few situations where I actually need to use it. Don't jump on the back of that thing. Just don't. Let's figure out what your mechanics are, so that way if I have you in my roulettes, I'm not completely lost. What the horse doing? What is the horse fucking doing? Adult is for bosses? Oh great, I got a bubble following me now. Well, that's lovely. Ah! Bad haunts. And like always, just throw Bahamut at the problem and it's gone. Yeah, they're both awake, shockingly enough. What do you mean it's only been 11 hours, eh? Do not look and read a chat. Do not look at chat while you are fighting. Do not look at chat while you are fighting. That is a bad idea. That is a terrible idea. That is how you get yourself killed. Wait till everything is dead, then look at chat. Ah, bad time for Bahamut, but oh well. No, wait, good time for Bahamut. There's more! Good God, that is all the dudes. That is all of them. Okay. I can't see where everybody fucking is in this pile. God damn. I know there's rocks. Where's the healer? Where's the tank? Where's the other DPS? I don't know. There's someone here in all this mess. Where are they? Which one are we attacking first? Alright. I do not know the mechanics for all these, so I'm following everybody else's lead. This is not the underwater dungeon, chatty. Ah! I still have not gone for the underwater one. Kira tried taking me there last night, but no. Absolutely not. What do you mean by that, Sumi? Sumi, what do you mean by that? We've already got past the water part with the Kelpie, right? 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 I honestly thought y'all were talking about the Ruby Sea dungeon. It's early. The brain is not working yet. The caffeine has not kicked in. I'm just now realizing what you meant. The brain, it is only just now kicked in. I was swimming to get down here. Awful. Fucking awful. I had help it. I still hated every moment of it. Can you die already? Thank you. Oh, great. Yeah. The undead talk. That's, well, that's lovely. Oh shit, there's still a conscience in there. Hello? You're not what I was expecting to be down here. I was expecting with it, we were ending off with undead, I was expecting like some kind of lich. Not this. I'll get my lich fight eventually. Ow. Ow. Shit, wasn't paying much attention. Should have been paying closer attention. Ah, shit. Shit, I forgot to look away. We're not talking literary Adventure Time, but I'm talking like classic Dungeons and Dragons lich. That would be cool as fuck. He's almost fucking dead. There we go. He doted on me! I didn't get the minion. Granny, yes, I think though it was one. I think I saw a yellow check mark. I think it was one I already had. Hey, he got a minion! I heard the sound of silly little guy! Now story.
'Twould appear this place is yet inhabited by King Theodoric's kin, or what is left of them. The work of terrible magics, I fear.
Terrible, aye. But their misfortune is our fortune?
Just double check that treasure for curses.
Quite. By the 12, there is even more than I imagined.
Oh, I can't wait to see the look on Lisa's face. Thanks for believing in me, you two.
Hey, how did I get back here? I was in Hildeshire. Oh, also, Bjorn's still in yesterday's barding. No! Also, feed the burb. And sorry, Inosuke, you've been hanging out a bit, but it's time for minion roulette. 1, 2, go to sleep, Phoenix. 3, 4, and 5. Who's it gonna be? Oh. At least attempt to get some rest, Phoenix. You need it. Even just laying down and just closing your eyes, not even just sleeping, is better than getting no rest at all. Ironvolt and I tried to do our fair share, but I fear you ended up bearing the bulk of the burden as usual. You truly led the way with your adventuring prowess, my friend. Aye, without your help I reckon we'd still be falling about in the dark. I'm glad I got on you. I must say, I'm still reeling at the sight of that mountain of riches. We double-checked it for curses, right? Bro, I didn't believe in you so hard to stop to detect that ceased away pursuing to catch up so I wouldn't have to use them. Ah. What, like how you reeled up the side of that floating specter, you mean? I wish you would say the look on your own face, Alpha No. Must be telling such momentary lapses. We found the Mad King's trove, but that's all that matters. So no more underwater? Oh, just take a sigh. I must tell people the good news, and I think Lise should be the first. Seconded, she's bound to be delighted. If I am no longer needed, then I shall take my leave. Not yet. Start of October. Of course, still let's keep you. Thanks again, and say hello to Vima for me. Now then, there's to be a meeting of representatives from across Island Miko, so Lisa's sure to be in the city. Shall we seek her out? Okay, I'm not being watched. Let's go. Though, I've noticed they're putting Omega in Wilds. Omega, I have a feeling, is gonna make them really, really wish they put Bahamut in instead. Because methinks people started complaining a little too loudly about how easy the hunts were. Lise! We got good news! Think them adding a dog troll EXE would be more fitting, but whatever. Speaking of Mega's point, I will. I will most likely server hop to do that just to make queue time easier, because I do want to learn the raid mechanics. And there's a difference between watching a tutorial on the mechanics and actually learning them. Oh, you three look pleased with yourselves. What have you been up to? Fuck no, Phoenix, fuck no. I'm glad you asked, Lisa, and I'm pretty sure you're going to like the answer. You're joking. The Mad King's Trove? I thought it was a myth. Yeah, no, we're gonna make- yeah, no, Final Fantasy XIV players are gonna make Arkveld their bitch. Yeah, no, savages are unsinking, definitely. You're joking. The Mad King's Trove? I thought it was a myth. So did plenty of people, but they didn't have Renry and Alphino in their party. The credit for finding it should really go to them. As for what to do with it all, I vote it goes towards alleviating the suffering of Ala Mhigo's poor. God, there's as much as you say. Yeah, only the hellhole that is Bahamut gets unsynced. Because Bahamut is terrible. Arnvold did not exaggerate, I assure you. We cannot hope to carry even a fraction of it out on our own. I've taken the liberty of sketching out a rough map of the ruins. If you'll assemble a squad of your most trusted freedom fighters, they should be able to follow the route to where the treasure lies. Understood. I'll make sure every coin is accounted for, and that goes with the spending of it as well. Thank you. Oh, there's one other thing. When the time comes to drop a plan for distributing the spoils, I would ask that you consult Alphino. I don't have a head for details. I'm not educated. I see that simply handing out sacks of gills won't solve everything, but I couldn't rightly tell you what to do instead. I don't even know if I've unlocked Ultimate Bahamut. I don't want to know if I've unlocked it. Oh, I know the feeling. I'd welcome any advice you could give us, Alphino. Of course, I shall be at your disposal. Commander, we've got a problem. Deep breaths, tell me what has happened. Mobs gather outside headquarters, they start making demands. You best come and see for yourself.
Step back, all of you!
Like hells we will! We know who you've got in there!
We're not leaving till you hand her over!
Bring her out! Bring her out!
What's going on? Someone let slip about Fedora.
It's true then! The bitch really is in there! I knew it! I bloody knew it!
Good question. Not me.
We demand vengeance! Bring her out! Today we butcher the butcher!
Come on, you don't mean that! We'd be no better than the Imperials if you'd all just calm down! Calm down! That monster and her thrice damned skulls dragged my man from our home and beat him to death in the street!
Aye! And my dad! That bitch has spilt enough blood to fill a lock!
We all know her crimes. She's a traitor and a murderer. How many of your resistance friends have died at her hands, eh? And here you are, protecting her!
So that's what all the fuss is about.
Robot, please fix this.
Hearken to me, brothers and sisters of Ala Mhigo.
Hey, who's this?
That's the Bull of Ala Mhigo.
My friends, you are not alone in your anger, your grief, your despair, for it is mine as well. That gnawing pain in your breast, it is enough to bring an old bull to his knees. But I ask you, brothers and sisters, to think not only of the family and friends who were cut down before your very eyes, but to think also of the ones who were abducted, the ones who may yet live. Where were they taken? What became of them? These questions demand answers. I share your thirst for justice, for vengeance, but we will gain only fleeting satisfaction if we give in to our base appetites. We will never know the truth. Now is the time that we, the people of Alamigo, must decide what manner of nation we will build for ourselves and for generations yet unborn. When they look to our example, will they see a people who held fast to their principles, or one who cast them aside when tried? I say to you, it is our responsibility to give these prisoners a fair trial, that they might answer to all of Alamigo. The Garleans called us savages, and I'll be damned if we prove them right.
Thank you, Raubon.
I know you're right, I do, but I can't.
Best speeches, man. The man is both pure strength and intelligence. The man knows how to wield a weapon and also easily knows how to disarm a very angry crowd. The man is awesome. Thank you, Raubon. Thank you. After 20 years of Imperial rule, it is no surprise that people should seek a target for all the pent-up rage and grief. I only wish I knew the solution. Pal, give yourself a little more credit. You just disarmed an angry mob. With words. Trust me, those people were not gonna listen to Lise, they were not gonna listen to Monago, they were not gonna listen to me. Now, who fucking snitched? My thanks, Raubon. Listening to their anger, I could feel myself being swept away. Yes, he has a strength, charisma build, and he's got it worked out perfectly. 'Tis a difficult tide to stem. 'Twas that same rage which brought us to our feet and carried us to victory. Now the war is over, all the unspent fury is being channeled into vengeance. Ah, and it's not just here. We have reports of mobs forming all over. A target of folk known to have cooperated with the Garlands. Starts with insults most often, then someone picks up a stone. Someone just reached souls even thought to seek out the graves of Xenos and his officers. It was grim. I want to build a country where everyone, regardless of race or origin, can live side by side in peace. Maybe the time isn't right. Maybe people just aren't ready. We need this power vacuum thing issue fixed. That doesn't mean I'm not going to try. The representatives will be here soon, and I'll be damned if I'm going to give up before I've even begun. Who are these representatives, exactly? Oh, village elders, refugee leaders, and the like. It wouldn't be right for us to dictate the nation's future on our own, so we've planned a summit of sorts. We invited the Anata and the Kikiran to participate. Alamigo stands at a crossroads, and this meeting will decide which path it takes. The matter of Fordola's sentence cannot be suffered to disrupt proceedings. Let's execute her and be done with it. She herself asked to be put to death. Look, I already explained why we wouldn't do that. Sending her to the gallows might satisfy people now, but where would it end? Should we round up everyone who collaborated? And everyone who didn't resist? There would be no one left, and then we'd be no better than Theodoric and Xenos. Begging your pardon, but might I be allowed to speak with Cordola? Only I caught a glimpse of her past, a moment of it anyway, during the fight. She's done terrible things, unforgivable things, but in some way she's a victim of the circumstances in which she was born, and that's something I can understand. Alright, speak with the prison guard when you're ready, and I'll come and join you. I want to talk to her too. I'll return to my other duties then. Apparently we're gonna investigate the facility where they gave Fordola her powers. Be fairly warned, friends. She will test you. Don't let your emotions color your judgment when she does. Now guys, I know you're gonna want to bring Renri in, but I have a feeling that is gonna be a terrible idea. Guys, I'm saying right now, do not take her in there! Ah, we're gonna have to go in there, aren't we? With the commander's permission to enter, then? Shit, I guess. Let's see here. We're gonna have some emotional stability today, Renri?
Well, well, well. So many visitors. Come to have a good laugh, have you? Or do you mean to put me out of my misery? To finish what you started? It's about bloody time.
That's not why we're here, no. Do you remember what I said? How I promised you you'd live long enough to see us win our freedom? Well, I meant it. And not to mock you either.
You're wasting your time. All of this is pointless! There's no reason to keep me alive, and you know it! I killed your men. I killed my men! And you know what my only regret is? That I didn't kill you when I had the chance!
That's a lie, and you know it. You think we can't tell what you're trying to do? That we're blind? Yeah, you're a fool, but you're not stupid. You're ruthless. Relentless. You'd give up anything and everything to get what you want. You didn't come this far, climbing over the bodies of your own brothers and sisters just to piss it all away. I see you, Fordola. I see you for what you are.
Oh, come on, not now!
Come along, Fordola. We mustn't be late. The Imperial Viceroy will be attending today's banquet.
All right! Father, what's Lord Gaius like? Is he nice? Are you friends?
There you go again with all your questions. Lord Gaius is a great and honourable man who looks after all of Alamigo. He's very busy, and if we don't hurry, we'll miss our chance to see him.
Filthy tin-head lovers.
Father, what did that man call us?
The little tin-head lover doesn't know what she is, eh? A traitor, sweetheart. A backstabbing bitch who'd gladly betray her kith and kin to gnaw on what few scraps the Imperials deign to toss her. Like your bastard father and whore mother.
That's not true! My parents are good people! They've never done anything like that!
Oh, but they were quick to help themselves and their bitch spawn, weren't they? You're just as guilty as them.
Fadola!
Traitors!
Please! You have to do something! My husband and daughter are in danger!
Soldiers of the Imperial Army are under no obligation to intervene in the disputes of arms.
We're citizens! We have rights!
Ah!
Father, I'm scared.
It's all right. It's all right. They don't understand, but they'll see in time. They'll see that this is the only way to survive. Traitors! Traitors!
Let the savages have their fun. They'll be more compliant once they've tired themselves out.
Fadola, please! You already have citizenship. Why would you want to become a soldier? Oh, gods! What have you done to your face?
Forgotten it already, have you? I'm honouring Father's memory.
By telling the world that you're no better than a common savage.
Am I though, Mother? Are any of us? Can't you see? Citizenship means nothing to them. If you're not a pure-blood Garlean, you're no different from any other savage. So I'll play the part. I'll join the Legion and I'll make them respect me. And when the mob see that, they'll think twice before throwing their stones. Ansfrid, Rudolph, Emlyn. It's time. It'll be hard. Humiliating. They'll try to break us. Send us crawling back to our own kind. But we won't, no matter what. We'll bleed for them, die for them if we have to. We'll do whatever it takes to be free!
Now, I stayed quiet during that cutscene for a good reason, because I was taking it in and trying to get my own thoughts and opinions in order.
So,
You mean to play the part one last time, eh? The unrepentant traitor whose death will serve to unite the people?
Now, when it comes to fiction, when it comes to, like, you know, understanding characters' motivations, especially understanding an antagonist's motivations in a story, I tend to go often enough that reasoning can be understandable, but does not always justify. Like with Yotsuyu and Fordola here, like with any character who has a tragic backstory, no matter what, and they decide to go down the more villainistic route, I understand. It's like, cool, understandable. I now understand how you tick. Doesn't mean I suddenly support your actions, but at least now I understand the why. So yeah, I understand the why for Fordola. That's pretty much all I'm getting out of that, though.
Shut up.
You had every chance to kill yourself. Fashion a noose from your clothes. Wait for the guards to leave you alone long enough to slip it over your neck.
I said shut up!
Oh, but then it would have all been for nothing, wouldn't it? Whatever it takes. That's what you said.
Been in my head, have you? Had a little peek at my past? And what? A few stolen memories tell you everything you need to know, do they?
No, but they give me a better understanding.
Don't you dare patronize me! You don't know a god's damned thing about the life I've led! The bastards that killed him. The bastards that let it happen. My father deserved better! I swore I'd do whatever it took to make them pay!
Oh, hi, congratulations. Welcome to the downside of having these abilities. Ooh, knocks you on your ass, doesn't it?
You. All that power. All that pain. It's too much. Too much for anyone.
Thanks for being the first person to either note it, to either be the only one to think to voice it out loud, or to be the only one, or being the first one to actually fucking notice.
The things they've done to you. The lies. The betrayal. The endless fighting. Yet there you stand. Unbroken. How? Why?
Because I choose to. Somebody has to.
Damn you. Damn you all.
That's why even the later expansions,
You still have time, Fordola. Think about how you want to spend it.
It's why even in the later expansions, when honestly after going through all this constant saving everybody's shit over and over and over again for Renry, she still keeps moving. Even when she starts becoming a little more apathetic to shit, she's gonna keep on moving. Because somebody fucking has to. And she's decided that person is her.
Let's go.
Yeah, orchestra rolled added to the collection. Not there. There. And pop. Still didn't come out surrounded by a crowd of people. Good. I'm not being stalked. I'm terrified one of these days I am going to come out of a cutscene and just be surrounded by a mob. I will not be ready for the day that happens. I don't know that we solved anything exactly, but we've given Fordola something to think about at least. And I found something new to think about too. I don't know about you, Renry, but the visions only come to me every now and then. From the way Fordola kept wincing, though, I get the feeling she's having them almost all the time. That's a lot of bad memories to deal with. Oh, and she just got a triple dose from Renry. This woman is a flashbang for anybody with the echo if it goes off around her. Or resonance in Fordola's case. This woman is a walking flashbang for them. Someone's not gonna know they have the echo until she walks by and then they're suddenly knocked flat on their ass. She is a goddamn flashbang for them. Ah! I wanna pet it. Also, why are you still up? Yeah, think fast, Chuckle Nut. Throw the rabbit woman at you. I wonder, could there be some fundamental difference between the one who is born with the echo and one who has been artificially imbued with it? Well, the Immortal Flames have been scouring the research facility ever since Liberation. There's a chance they might have some answers for us. General Alden's there overseeing the investigation. Let's go and pay him a visit, shall we? Insomnia 1. You should be resting! Also, I gotta... I'm petting the Rathalos, not you. Yeah, it's a very weird bird. I'm almost expecting the boss. Oh, there's Chatty. Not a mob, but we're slowly approaching getting to the mob. Hey, pal, can you let me in? Mow. I'm being stalked. General Alden is inside. Will you be joining him? Yes, I would very much like to see Raubon again. Let's see the Giga Chad of Final Fantasy XIV. Where are you running to? They've included more NPCs doing things. I gotta observe. Must observe. And off he goes! Ah! He faded away! What news? You spoke with Fordola, I take it? Yeah! We have we've also discovered Renry's essentially a psychic flashbang. Yes, as expected, she didn't say very much, but it wasn't a total waste of time. Arnvald noticed something odd about her. You think she might be having visions almost constantly, which is not how the Echo normally works. Have you found anything here which might explain why it's so different for her? We've been hard-pressed just to organize the research materials, let alone study them. To be frank, I'd welcome the Scion's expert assistance if you have time to lend a hand. Also, real quick, it must be done. It is tradition at this point, Alphino. Ha! Short. I'm screwed the day Square Enix finally decides to let him and his sister have their final growth spurt. Hey, Ironworks engineer! Well, the pod's designed to drain the aether of the occupants. Save that one right there. Like the others, the interior has been fitted with an array of sensors to measure etheric waveforms. For what purpose, however, I couldn't tell you. Hold on, let me pat it down real quick. The device in which Cryle was held seems even more ominous now you know its purpose. Surrounding pods are marked supply subject, while this one bears the label master subject. Our work to see the request from the Alliance to analyze these devices, and I've been recording everything of interest. You notice the labeling? All the pods are designed to drain the aether of the occupant. Save that one right there. Unlike the others, the interior has been fitted with an array of sensors to measure etheric waveforms. What purpose, however, I couldn't tell you. Again, I'm looking at this and I get reminded of that one section of Final Fantasy VII. Come on, Square Enix, give me more of the references. I need them. Feed me. Oh, hello, parchment? Yeah, we're all screwed the day they get their final growth spurt, mainly because Alphino's gonna get his vengeance. Out conversation prohibited, eating and drinking prohibit. Fallen scrap parts for pierce list facility regulation with nothing of any interest. And what have you got for me, investigator? You're not related to Hildebrand, are you? So many bodies. Every one of them a victim of these experiments. You show signs of external injury. From what we've been able to determine, they perish from forcible aether extraction. Such a miserable way to die. Well, I know little and less of science, so any light you can shed on this facility's operations will be much appreciated. Runry, shall we start with you? Taken in combination with the testimonies of Cryle and Thancred, I do begin to see exactly what the Imperials were attempting here. The hazard procedure entailed infusing a single candidate with aether siphoned from a multitude of supply subjects. As for the master subject, in this case Cryle, the patterns for etheric activity would provide the model upon which they would artificially engineer the candidate's aura. In other words, they were trying to recreate Kryle's echo? I believe so, which would explain our prisoner's present state. Cryle is possessed of an unrivaled ability to hear the whispers of the soul, and it seems probable that the procedure engendered the same acute sensitivity in Fordola. I feel the need to apologize to Cryle now every time I stand near her. Soldiers regard Fordola. So many of them lost friends and family at the skulls. There's a sentry at her door night and day. She can't help sensing their thoughts and seeing their past. You don't just see their past, you live it. All the emotions, all the pain, imagine what it'd do to you. You'd never be the same again. Yeah, and you stuck Renry near her. Oh god. Indeed, as you may recall, his sail was completely transformed by a single glimpse of Hraesvelgur's past. Fordola has been forced to experience the agony of those whose lives she destroyed. Guilt must be unbearable. That explains her request to be executed. Sounds to me like a kind of justice. Regardless, she can suffer on for now. We have more pressing matters to consider. If the results of these experiments have been relayed back to Garlemald, that would not stop the Empire from repeating the trick. I could give the echo to anyone, to an entire legion. We must be ready. We must learn all we can of these god's-forsaken procedures. And Fordola remains our best source of information. She'll not be getting her wish. Not yet. Right. Keep faith, lass. You want to convince others to follow you, you must believe what you're telling them. People will respond to passion, but not if it's feigned. I understand. Thank you, General. You should lead the flames to it. Let's go. I'm still thinking after that, no one's thought thinking check on the warrior light like, hey, you okay? You good? With like after Fordola's reaction. I go looking for answers about the Echo and ended up getting schooled by Raubon. Get more evidence, I don't know what I'm doing. It's no wonder people listen to him and not me. General Alden is a veteran of countless campaigns, Lise. You cannot compare yourself to a commander of his experience. Oh, yes I can. I know, but I also know that I couldn't have convinced that mob to give up and go home. It makes me realize how much we rely on his authority, and how much I still have to learn. Wonder what he'll do when everything here is settled. I mean, it's his homeland. They're going through trouble winning it back. Might he not want to stay? There's a quandary which countless refugees now face. To continue the life they built in Uldar, or start again in the land of their birth. He's fucking back! No! It's too early in the morning for that shit. No! He's back! He's fucking back! I have newly returned from Uldar with a message from the Sultana. Your Grace desires an audience with you. She understands that you have responsibilities here, but asks that you visit the palace at your earliest convenience. Well, I must away and attend to other business. I still need to find that goddamn stick. I may have the sword, but it's not the stick. Till next time, my friends. An audience with the Sultana. Depending on the nature of her consultation, this might be the perfect opportunity to inquire about the General's future plans. Alphino, I want you to stop and think about the last time I was left alone with the Sultana. Please stop and think. Please stop and think. Yes, we'd all like to know about those, Alphino. But not everyone's as comfortable interrogating royalty as you. Take no notice of him, Renry. Please. Please think for a moment about what happened the last time I was left alone with her. Please stop and think. Post-ARR wasn't that long ago. Ooh, silver piece is finally getting those back. Well, the question of how to put the Mad King's treasure to good use shows no sign of answering itself. Shall we be about it, Arnvold? I am at your beck and call. And I should be getting back to my own tasks. I'll organize a squad to head down to the ruins and then start preparing for the big meeting. Oh, send down all my regards, Renry. And ours too, if you please. We shall see you on your return. Guys, a realm reborn wasn't that long ago. Guys, come back. Oh, no. Let's see here. Are there more? Oh, enter the Viper. Right, I have Dawn Trail. What's up, Hats? What's up? What's up is that I'm being let to go talk to the Sultana alone again. It did not end well the last time. I think we're all forgetting what happened the last time. Hi, honey! 22 hours in out of 37. What business with Her Grace had the likes with you? What happened to hi? Hello. How are you? Bartholomew? You are expected, my lady. Please proceed. Okay, there's no food or drink around. That's good.
I thank you for answering my summons in these most interesting times. You have been busy.
Can we live in less interesting times?
The liberation of Alamigo will have far-reaching consequences, and there is a matter upon which I would seek your counsel. I speak of Rauban and his future.
Please do not leave this decision up to me.
All know the tale of his rise from penniless refugee to member of the Syndicate and General of the Immortal Flames. Yet though he has come to call Uldar home, it will never be his homeland. He is a son of Alamigo.
Please do not leave this decision up to me. I am not Rauban.
And now that she is free, I thought it only a matter of time before he sought my leave to return to her. Indeed, I had resigned myself to his loss. Suffice it to say, I was greatly surprised to hear him speak so lightly of handing over the reins in Alamigo and retaking his place at my side. I will welcome him with open arms, of course. He is my most trusted advisor and my dearest friend. But I have known the man a long time, and beneath that steely gaze, I spied a flicker of doubt. Whether Rauban chooses to remain in Uldar or return to Alamigo, I only wish that he do so with a heart unburdened by guilt or regret. Yet, how can he freely make such a choice, knowing how much I depend on him? It is past time that I learned to discharge my duties as a sultana alone. I must go forth and see my realm with my own eyes, and hear the wind with my own ears.
Girl, what are you about to
have
do?
your company for a brief adventure?
Just an adventure? You know what?
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Allow me a moment to change into something a touch less conspicuous, and I will join you outside.
You know what? I'm gonna take this moment then to change Renry into her Shadowbringers look then. Look, Nanamo gets an outfit gets a wardrobe change real quick. Renry gets one too. We can't just leave it at the haircut. So let me just change which one this is. Link 2? It's one of the bottom ones, I think. That's AR right there it is! Look, I'm saying it's only fair. Sultana gets a wardrobe change. Renry gets one too. And I happen to love the look of this. I love this outfit going together. I tried to make it look as, like, mage robe and dress-like as possible, while still keeping things relatively simple. I love it. Very inconspicuous indeed, madam. What do you think of Lilyria, the merchant's daughter? I always knew that disguise that if you started off in Uldar was terrible, girl. Reminds me of the Dark Souls Firekeeper? Hell yes! Yes, Dark Souls Firekeeper look! This is the disguise I don when I wish to leave the palace and observe my subjects unnoticed. Ordinarily, Papa Shan would accompany me, but for this particular outing, I need an advisor, not a minder. And that is why I requested your company. Over the course of your many adventures, you have met people from all walks of life in every corner of Eorzea, and I wish to make use of your worldly experience. Now, let us be on our way. Our first destination is Stone's Throw, just beyond the Gate of Nald. Would you like... I was about to offer a ride on the Chocobo, but okay. We wanna walk, we gonna walk. Look upon this procession as tattered tents. These refugee camps in Squalor at the mercy of the elements and Thanaland's predators both. The city's mighty walls offer safety, but the streets overflow with people as it is. Unless blessed by the hand of Nald himself, no refugee could ever hope to afford a dwelling in Ul'dah. 20 years have passed since the hot fall of Alamico, and 5 since the calamity. Yet the plight of the poor has grown more desperate, not less. As Sultana, the blame falls upon me. Your hands have been tied, Your Grace. Yes, my authority is limited, and that is an obstacle I must work to overcome. Shall I press on? I would follow the road to the unholy air. The what? Girl! One of these days, someone is gonna take up my offer to just hop up on the Chocobo. Like a mammoth. Hey, she doesn't go out as much, okay? True, she doesn't. World's most inconspicuous sabo tender right down there. It was here, in this wholly unremarkable place, that my mother and father met their doom. Let the girl enjoy her outing. I will. I was but a child at the time. My parents were returning for an inspection of our interests in eastern Thanalan when an untimely rock slide crushed their carriage. To this day, it's not certain that the incident was simple misfortune or an expertly planned assassination. Whereupon once offered to reopen the investigation and bring me the truth he assumed I must surely crave, but I refused. Even my parents' deaths were orchestrated by the monitorists. We could have only brought their hirelings to justice. The true villains, those who plotted to put me on the throne as a biddable puppet, were ever beyond our reach. Are Lala Kids minion sides? I mean, I would imagine. They kinda would have to be. If they're supposed to be humanoid, the kids would have to be extra tiny. Unless we got a kiwi bird situation going on, in which case, Nanamo, I am so sorry. Thus did I plan to strip the merchants of their power and place our nation in the hands of its citizens. Quite unaware of the consequences my actions would have for you and yours. I shudder to think how many goodly souls paid the price of my naivety. But I am no longer a child reciting words with witless obedience, and I will not use as a pawn in the Monteros' damnable games. Forgive my outburst. You are one of the few people to whom I feel I can speak my mind. Come, let us return to Ul'dah and visit the Colosseum. No one ever wants to hop up on the bird. I mean, we could fit Nanamo on Bjorn. Flight would be optional too. Nice. I don't know though if we ever see a Lalafell kid, so I have no idea how big Lalafell kids actually are. So I don't know if they're like, the babies are like extra teeny tiny, or if they have the unfortunate Lalafells are essentially humanoid kiwi birds. In which case, good gods, Nanamo, I am so sorry. Like, there is no other way to, there's nothing else I can do but apologize. Oh, you did some research? Oh. There are Lala kids in game. Okay. How big are they? They just say... It's a kiwi bird situation. Got it! Nanamo girl, I am so sorry. Good gods. You poor woman, oh god. But they're not born like humans are? Explain. They kind of... Mitosis a new potato? Nanamo, what the fuck? So Nanamo right now could say, fuck it, let there be air. From the moment I became Sultana, I found myself thrust into an endless parade of document signing and ceremonies. For years I simply signed where I was told to sign and sat where I was told to sit. Tiny wants to stay burrowed in their birthland until their skin hardens and they can go around. Mitosis, bury the kid, eventually the kid emerges from ground. Got it. Good thing did come from that ignominious chapter in my life. I was during an official visit to the Colosseum that I first met Raubon. The much I had been invited to attend was not at all what I was expected. They paid the bull of Alamigo get some dozen or so rival gladiators? Lingered though I was, I would not stand for so obvious injustice and demanded to see a fair fight. One man against another, and my royal wish was duly granted. It was not until later that I learned of the gambling ring which had arranged for Raubon to die on the sands that day.
Bread! Bread! Bread!
Herb, I have no bread to give. Regardless, my intervention meant that Raubon had but a single opponent to dispatch, which he duly did. And when he knelt before me to receive the winner's purse, he swore that he would one day offer me his blade in service. Surrounded as I was by liars and manipulators, I confess I dismissed it as a pleasant piece of theater. Cat check! No kitties in here at the moment I blocked off the door. They've been getting bad about messing with that. Also, mummies little mummies are not ready yet. Lalafell child and bomb. Oh no! But as you know, Raubon is a man of his word. Though it took him another 5 years of fighting on the Blood Sands, he amassed a fortune so great as to buy not only his freedom but a seat on the Syndicate. And then I had my blade. I need them to stop ah, great, not the echo again, come on!
Your Grace, you mustn't! The danger is too great! Please, Your Grace, come back!
Nope, the potato on a mission! Potato on a mission! Potato got priorities!
It seems you're the one who needs looking after, Master Shum. Raubon!
Your Grace. I have kept the promise made.
So you have.
Dwarf's affiliates, Yakub, so it's look like some serious PTSD mania. Oh boy!
With your winnings, you have become one of the 6 most wealthy souls in all Uldar. And so, as tradition dictates, Rauben Aldin, you have earned yourself a seat on the Syndicate. May your new station garner you still greater glories.
Honestly, in agreement there, Burbs.
And vow to serve with every fiber of my
I would
being
love to have a
this
transition
day.
with a fight where Renry, you seeing Renry switch from Summoner to Red Mage mid-fight. Just the book disappears and there's a fucking sword.
Sultana, long
And she
live
is armored
Uldar!
up and ready. Words cannot well express what that man needs to be. Technically, Red Mages still have book. Yeah, but it would still be a cool as fuck transition. There are others who care deeply for my well-being, of course. Papa Shun's love for me is that of a grandsire for his grandchild. But upon matters of governance, I cannot turn to bodyguards and maidservants for counsel. They just don't want his war farming like that for balance reasons. Balance schmalance. Do you know how epic the Xenos fight would have been if suddenly he went from fighting a book-wielding summoner to someone ready to stab him up close and personal? Renry would have broken another sword. And then tried to fight him with the broken sword. Yeah, no more heals, you die now. Hellbound with the authority his syndicate's position was the first sword I could wield. He was the only edge which could cut through the strings that bound me. We must make haste. My absence will not go unnoticed by the Sultan's swarm for long, and there are other places I would visit. To the Arzneth Ossuary. I hope I am pronouncing that right. Tiny potato, you do not make getting around here easy. I cannot pronounce the name of this place, but I am very familiar with it. Nanamo. When the calamity threatened, Raubon led the Alliance forces in a battle on the plains of Cartano, and I remained here. I prayed with all my heart that Archon Louis Soir would have the power to rouse the 12. Since that day, I have made custom of visiting this shrine during each of my little excursions. Here I seek the blessing of Thal, reflect upon my choices, and ask myself if I am fulfilling my duties as Sultana. You are rightly celebrated as a champion because you have led the line in 100 battles for the good of Eorzea. In the same way, I believe the measure of a monarch lies in how she leads her people in times of adversity. Tataru best potato, no arguments. Tataru is fucking terrifying. See, I have 3 potatoes currently on the list that I will not punt. Like, correction, 3 living potatoes. Papa Limo would still be on the list if he had survived. Cryle, Nanamo, and Tataru. Cryle and Nanamo are because I like them. I feel no need to punt the potatoes like a football. Tataru fucking scares me. There are very few people who can manhandle the Warrior of Light for clothing measurements. She could have asked. She could have just asked. But she manhandled the Warrior of Light for those things. If I am to be a sultana worthy of the name, I cannot turn a blind eye to the troubles facing Ul'dah. I have chosen my path, Renri. With Alamigo now free from imperial chains, I finally see a way to aid the refugees. Mama Tyra doesn't scare me. Mama Tyra does no wrong. I would like to point out, okay? We're gonna use Nanamo's size reference here. Something the size of this manhandled someone the size of this and had no scratches on her. Renri is not small. And she is not weak. Is she the most physically strong bear in existence? No. But a potato should not be able to manhandle her, yet Tataru did. Because Tataru knows what she's doing. Yeah, and that's terrifying. Also, Tataru's the one in charge of the finances. You don't piss off the person who's in charge of who gets paid what. Not to be strong, you have people if you know what you're doing. True, you don't. But also, my other point, Tataru's in charge of the Scion's finances. You don't piss off the accountant. You never piss off the accountant. The accountant can easily tell the IRS what you've been up to. Don't ever let Justinian loose with money unmonitored. Where does that come from? I don't think I've gotten to that. I don't think I've gotten far enough in the game to see where that happens. Where does that come from? Tataru will pay to win with your money. Yes, exactly. You'll learn. Already, many displaced Alamegans seek to begin the long trek home. You'll learn, I won't spoil. Good, because we're almost at the point where all my knowledge of this game ends. To facilitate that process, I have made a small contribution, an artisan school in Valgyr's Reach for any who wish to learn new trades. Realistically, however, it will take years for such training to yield tangible benefits. But we do not have years. These people will need shelter and employment if they are to survive. And this time, the Ul'dah Treasury shall provide. Precisely when and how to allocate necessary funds is, of course, another question. Why not seek the advice of one who employs refugees? Later, hats. Alright. A wise suggestion. May have a visit to the Gold Saucer is in order. Its proprietor is a member of the syndicate, and he is one of the few who pay refugees a fair wage. Oh gods. I wonder, are you acquainted with God? Oh no! He's back! Later, as in you'll see later. Oh. He's back. Codbert's fucking back. I'm familiar with him, unfortunately. Then I need not explain his eccentric nature. No, you don't. Let us make our way to the landing, and I will see what is said to the Gold Saucer. Godbert should only be too glad to receive us. This has Raban's protector Tataru has me would gladly do whatever Tataru said. Tataru still terrifies me. You know, since Hira's mentioned that the outfit resembles a Firekeeper, I now resembles the Firekeeper outfit, I now have a need to see art of Renri in the Dark Souls 3 Firekeeper outfit. No, Scrappy, the door is not coming open. I have ridden aboard a public airship before, but this shall be my first visit to the Gold Saucer. You would fight me, yes, but would it be an honorable fight? Would you feel good winning that fight? Would you feel good walking away from that fight? You're fighting someone who uses a cane on a good day and a wheelchair on a bad one. Would you walk away from that fight feeling good about yourself? Mommy's coming. The youngest demanded entrance. Do you want to go sun yourself? You're yelling at me. You don't yell at me often. Hi. I about sat on you. Hi. Do not demand the use of both my hands. I need them. Do I gotta recalibrate the model now? Nope, we should be good. Scrappy Burb says hello. Why are you looking at— Yes, the door is blocked again. I need to go to the gold saucer. Don't think too hard on it, Runnery. Don't think too hard on it.
Have you heard of the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV? It has an extended free trial that you can play through the entirety of A Realm Reborn, and the award-winning Heavensward and Stormblood expansions up to level 70 for free with no restrictions on playtime.
Not sponsored, by the way. I am sponsorship kryptonite. I had heard descriptions of its splendor, yet I never dreamed it would be so bright and inviting. And no, I couldn't possibly. We did not come here to fritter away the royal coin. They use MGP here in Nanamo. They don't use Gil. Copper will be expecting us. Come, let's head directly to the lounge. Ignore these gaudy temptations. Barb, I'm gonna pick you up by the throat when I say this. No. What does not go to the saucer and not parkour event? Wait, is Leap of Faith out? Leap of Faith— okay, fine. Leap of Faith is open. I thought you were talking about Moonfire. Don't be Sylphlance. Don't be Sylphlance. Don't be Sylphlance. Don't be Sylphlance. Fuck. I'm regretting everything now. Get rid of that. I need more control over my jumps. Shit! Could have been the Yul'Dan map. That would have been fitting. Who hurt Yoshi P? Who hurt him and made him make this thing? Who hurt him? Shit! I either overshoot or undershoot. There is no in between. I'm not even trying to get the I'm not even trying to get the statues. I just want to get to the goal, but I can't even make it past a fucking A card. I'm torching the actual Sylphlands after this. Taking a torch to the place. All the cabbage fairies are fucking dying. Shit! I hate this place. I hate this map so much. I hate it. I hate these acorns. I hate it. The NGP is not worth the hell that is this map. Is this peak stream entertainment? Is this what you people wanted? Finally. Statue. I just want to get to the goal, though. I don't even want... I'm not gonna even try to get all the trophies. I just want to get to the goal. Like that there can stay there. Ah, damn it, I missed my jump. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Whee! No! I'm back in the middle. I'm back in the fucking building again. I'm back in the fucking building again. Is this what you wanted, chat? Is this what you wanted? Is this worth it? Is this what you wanted? Is this your dream come true? Yoshi P, who hurt you? Why? Why? Again, I don't even really want the statues, I just want to get to the goal. 5 minutes remaining. Oh, joy. At least I'm on the tree. That's a little more merciful. Fuck you, Silver Cactuar. I ain't trying it. I just want to get to the end. I'm back in the building again and I hate it. I hate you, Sylphlance. Yoshi P, I don't know who hurt you and made you make these maps. Whoever it was, I need them to apologize now. No. No! 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 I have a question for Yoshi P himself. Why? Why? This game was not designed with platforming in mind. Why? Why make this? I don't know who's playing that cheerful music. That's not fitting. I should be hearing some Dark Souls shit right about now. This map feels like a Dark Souls boss, with how much it wants to screw me over. Come on, just make it back to the tree. Can we get to the end? Fuck me gently with a chainsaw. God damn it. God. Yoshi P's about to find me outside his office at 3 a.m. I'm just gonna make it to the mushrooms, and I'm just gonna sit there. Yeah, 1 minute remaining. I ain't making it in 1 minute. Look at me. Look at me. Look me in the eyes. I ain't making it in 1 minute. I'ma just make myself comfy right here. This is where we're staying. We're sitting right here for the last minute. We live here now. We live here now. Gonna sit here out of pure spite to Yoshi P and God burnt Manderville. Cause this was one of their ideas. Most likely both. So you've been dealing with your own bit of frustration, I see. Gate failed. I currently do not care. I currently do not care if I failed this gate. It's Sylph Lands. But are Laban and Boldo done with their ventures? Yes, they are. Check in on the other siblings. A Crier's broadsword, thank you. More stuff to turn in for seals. Oh, goddamn Lalafell, strong fucking legs and motherfucker when you jump as one can jump as high as tall as you can play as. I know! I don't know what the fuck they feed in the potatoes. They should not be able to jump that well. Yeah, 4 to 5 times during. Yeah, I don't know what they feed the potatoes. Give them the ability to do that. Nanimo. I believe this is where we are to meet Lord Vanderbilt. Why do you look so enraged? You don't want to know. Shall we see what we await is coming? Hey, Godbert! Nanimo's got some. Oh, you remembered to wear pants! It's a fucking miracle! Hey, Godbert, real quick. Question about the Sylphlands. Why? He remembered to wear. You can wear pants. I didn't know you knew how to do that. My apologies, Your Grace. I've kept you waiting. You know how to wear pants. Since when did you know how to wear pants? You mean you could have wore pants the entire time I've gone through the Hildebrand quests? No apologies are necessary, Godbert. My request was sudden, and you were kind to make yourself available at such short notice. When the intrepid Brenry Bifrost and the Sultana herself come calling, there is no more important engagement. As to the purpose of my visit, I would have your thoughts on how the Crown might best aid the refugees residing in Thanalan. You're aware, I am sure, that many of Alamigo's displaced sons and daughters long to return to their newly liberated homeland. And you are also aware of how they will suffer without shelter and work to sustain them. I would use our nation's wealth to spare them that suffering. What advice have you for me on the matter of how it might best be distributed? The unusual circumstance of our meeting and your Grace's choice of companion would suggest to me a desire for an honest and unvarnished opinion. Did the Dawn Trail demos list J? They said your Crusade Day April 1st, your custom wall will be replaced with pixelated Manderville. Good gods! No! No! My advice to you is stop. Taxing Ulda's wealth to save all Amigan refugees is a terrible, terrible idea. You oppose my proposition? Most emphatically, I agree with your Grace that the refugees must have housing and employment, but what profit is there for Ulda in this arrangement? Profit? After all you have done for Girabania's displaced, I thought you were the very last person to seek benefit from their misfortune. Forgive me, your Grace, but you appear to be laboring under a misapprehension. It is a fine endeavor to support one's fellow man. I fear, however, that your sense one born of pity. Your intent is to save the refugees, is it not? For all our potential, we are indolent creatures by nature. If unconditional charity is all we know, then we begin to rely upon it, to expect it. And then we must consider Ulda's own poor and downtrodden. Should they hear of you spending the nation's coin, not to improve their lot, but to nurture the citizens of Alamigo, it is unlikely they will applaud your generosity. Surely it is not... Not now! Not now, Gold Saucer! Surely it's not your Grace's intention to foster new resentments, but to spread goodwill? Indeed. Then any support I pledge to the refugees must promote self-sufficiency, while also serving the interests of the people of Ulda. Exactly so! Such an arrangement will create a far more equitable relationship with the returning Alamegans, even as it generates the revenue required to win the approval of your subjects. You've given me much to ponder, Lord Mandeville. I thank you for your candor. Good. Reached an understanding. Also, please keep the pants on next time I see you. Please. I didn't even know he knew how to put on pants. Oh, Air Force One's going on. Not now. Profit? The thought never even crossed my mind. But standing about lamenting my naivety will not do anyone any good. I shall consider my lesson learned and press on. Renry, are you perchance acquainted with any successful merchants? If my attempt at philanthropy is obliged to reap a profit, it seems wise to consult someone with a knack for business. Renry, who are we suggesting? Ordinarily, I would not trust any agent of the East Aldenard Trading Company, but if you hold this Hancock fellow in high esteem, and content to be led by you, you may repay my faith by journeying to distant Kugane and speaking with him on my behalf. Eager though I am to visit those shores, I have not the leisure for a lengthy sea voyage. You, however, have the art of teleportation to skip all the bullshit. Now, assuming you will travel as adventurers are wont to do, I shall await your report by the Aetherite in Ul'dah. A fair journey to you, Renry, and a swift one, if you please. Whee! Oh, actually, while I am here... I need this for my blue mage. He'll be coming back in a moment, Garuda. Fix. Look, don't question the fit, okay? I said this on Discord. I remembered I have free will and that I can and that I can buy stuff off the Mog Station with extra stuff from the Steam wallet. Sometimes it's a bad idea to let me remember I have free will. Sometimes it's a good idea. It's like 50-50. Hello, I am in need of seeing Hancock. Is Tatara still here? No, Tatara left. You no longer have a potato by your side. Renry, to what do I owe the pleasure? Or are you here on business? Business. Entirely business. I beg your pardon? Her Grace the Sultana would have my opinion on how best to invest the wealth of Ul'dah. My dear Renry, I have to thank you for this recognition, I am sure. I am flattered that you came to me, truly flattered. But why settle for a lowly apprentice when you could have the master? Upon matters of profit, there is no living soul better qualified to advise Her Grace than Chairman Lolorito, a man whose morning exertions are said to fill his god of robe with gold. Yeah, that's why I'm coming to you instead of him. I should be happy to arrange a meeting for you, say, at the Scion's former headquarters at Thanalan. The Waking Sands would seem a suitably neutral venue for negotiations, don't you think? Very well, Renry, and may your dealings prove... No. No, I came to you for a reason. Not him. You. But the game is not gonna let me insist on that. Because the game is evil. At least I'm making use of the Aetherite tickets. Girl, I got bad news. He snitched. Welcome back, Renry. Did your merchant friend have any useful advice to share? Girl, he snitched. With Lolorito, when you agreed to this, I did not. I'm well aware of his standing in the field of business, but I'd hope to keep the Monteur's arm's length, and him in particular. Hey, I cannot live in fear of the man. I must learn how to treat with him if I am to rule Ul'dah effectively. Very well. I will meet with Lolorito. Let us go on ahead to the Waking Sands and prepare for his coming. Prithee, return to the fucking Waking Sands! So this is where the Scions first congregated. I have heard many tales, but never had an occasion to visit. To work, then. The hour of the meeting draws near, and I would gather my thoughts. Pray see to it that we have the appointed room to ourselves. I'm back at the fucking building again.
A personal summons from the Scions. This must be important business indeed. Though, if it concerns anything so underhand as an assassination, I fear I can be of little help.
I'm gonna shave that stupid fucking mustache and goatee. Nanamo? You wanna reveal yourself now? Or can I just bake this potato real quick?
You have made your point. 'Tis indeed unsettling to find oneself seated across from an impassive mask. There, would this better please your grace? Or should I address you as Lady Lilira?
I wanna punt him.
Nay, the deception has served its purpose. I am glad to see you found amusement in my little jest, Lord Lolorito, but shall we proceed to the business at hand?
By all means. I must say I am most eager to hear your proposal.
Simply put, I would aid the refugees camped in Thanalan in their efforts to return to Alamigo. The reparations you paid in the wake of your earlier misdemeanors will be used to fund the endeavor, together with the fortune seized from the late Teleji Adeleji's estate. But this plan is not intended to benefit the displaced alone. I would make of this an investment which shall enrich Uldar and Alamigo both. And who better to consult on matters of profit than the wealthiest man in all of Thanalan? I beseech you then, Lord Lolorito, share with us your mercantile wisdom.
Ah, 'twould seem your grace has matured beyond acts of earnest yet misplaced charity. Pray tell me more.
Just say the word, Nanamo, and there will be a baked potato.
To summarize, in return for facilitating the repatriation of refugees and assisting in the establishment of new industry in Alamigo, you ask that a proportion of all subsequent profits be promised to Uldar. Ha! I am impressed, Your Grace. 'Tis an elegant solution, albeit one lacking certain crucial details, specifically which industry and where.
How swiftly you identified the weakness in my plan, just as I knew you would. Your travels have taken you across the length and breadth of Gir Abania, and you know the land far better than I. Which of the settlements you visited would best provide a home for our refugees? Which has the greatest potential to flourish, given the appropriate investment?
Ah, shit, this is gonna be one where there's technically no right fucking answer, because they all would benefit. So, based on what I have with side quests, Alagana's already got mining infrastructure in place. It just needs to be fixed up a bit. It's the one that, based on what timeline I am aware of, Hasware, yes, the infrastructure is old. But it's still newer than what's got. It's still newer than what Alighieri and the Sultry got going on.
Yes, Quarry Town certainly does carry the potential for profit. At least it would do were it situated anywhere near a lucrative market.
Pick the Sultry last, trust.
More to transport the materials than they are worth, in my humble opinion.
Despite Chatty, I'm picking the Sultry now.
Ah, yes, that desolate little village on the shore of Loch Seld. I know the Sultry and its products well. The Imperial
no funny dialogue.
Brought an end to their more widespread
Look, I don't want to deal with Lolorito more than I gotta.
A wealthy gourmand, myself included.
Look, I don't want to deal with Lolorito more than I gotta. Which, granted, yes, is a sign of good writing. Again, if you have me going more than at the presence of your character, you did well with the writing. Yes, but... Other point, Chatty. Lolorito.
Salt has ever been a transformative ingredient. And in this instance, I dare say, it could transform a modicum of effort into a mountain of gill.
The local citizens will need to be consulted, of course, but I trust the East Aldenard Trading Company can be relied upon to provide its assistance in negotiating a mutually beneficial arrangement.
Naturally, Your Grace. I shall dispatch representatives well versed in the extraction of this white gold and wring every last ounce of profit from its production. The Loch's bounty will contribute to Alamigo's enrichment, whilst easing the burden on the bull's aching shoulders, just as Your Grace desired.
A deal is struck, then.
Good, I did not have... I guess I did not have to bake a potato today. So what are our thoughts now, Nanamo? I fear it'll be many years before I feel comfortable taking part in such negotiations. But I shall not complain. We have piqued Lolorito's interest and secured his invaluable expertise. Thank you, Renry. I could not have done it without you. Yay, silver pieces. Of course, it's decided. I shall return to the palace and have my ministers begin work on implementing the particulars of the plan. If I could prevail upon you one more time, Renry, I would ask that you convey the details of our negotiations to Commander Hex on your return to Alamigo. My thanks again. Together we have laid the groundwork for an endeavor which promises to benefit the peoples of Alamigo and Ul'dah both. Hey, Lise, I hope I am coming in with good news! What up? What'd you see, girl? What happened in the sky? Renry, you're back. What's Anonymous? Oh, sorry. Are you allowed to talk about your audience with the Sultana? Well, I hope I am bringing good news. So, Robon says he's going to return to Ul'dah, but she isn't sure he wants to. Tell us something we don't know, but I'm pleased to hear she's committed to helping our refugees come home. And this plan to revitalize the Sultry does make a lot of sense. Quite how you convinced her to seek Lolorito's help is another question. I didn't! Hancock happened! After all that has happened, he is the very last person I would expect her to turn to for advice. On a more practical note, at least assuming the interim government elects to accept Uldar's proposal, I have one caveat I should like you to include in the bargain. Alamigo must be permitted to cover a portion of the investment. We have a fortune at our disposal after all, and allowing Uldar to provide the entirety of the capital will afford Lotharito too much control. Honestly, Alphino, it's like Kugane never happened. What exactly does a ruthless profiteer have to do to earn your trust? Lise, you don't know capitalists! But yes, you do make a good point. First things first, though, we need to discuss the proposal with the Sultan's residents. Iskar, how do you fancy explaining Sultana's plan to your grandfather? I'd like to hear what Watt thinks of the idea before agreeing to anything. Right away, Commander. Would you mind coming along, Renry? I might need you to fill in the details. Then I shall come as well. Should Watt wish to discuss figures, my knowledge of the nation's finances may prove useful. We also may be able to bring up why, how, and where. Off we go! Whee! Burb! We shall get there with Power Burb. Now, I will be going on a break soon, before IDV rank opens up, since maintenance is tonight. Now, when I come back, we have two options here for fuckery I could do after IDV. I could either show y'all what I do for my solo warrior and blue mage leveling grind, or I can boot update everything. Pick your poison. What manner Mr. brings you, young'uns, to old Watt this time, eh? They want to rebuild the Sultry, Grandad. Renry, tell him about the deal. Well, bugger me. We never had the coin on the hands to put the place back to how it was. It sounds like that's about to change. There's just one small wrinkle in your plan. It doesn't account for all the nasties queuing up to get anyone who goes near the shore. King used to send soldiers to cull the buggers, but the Imperials weren't about to help the likes of us. Don't worry, Grandad. We'll take care of all that. Commander Hex has been talking about starting up regular patrols, and I'm sure she'd assign me to Locke if I asked. I'd appreciate that, Whiskar, my lad. I truly would. So does this mean you've gotten better with that blade of yours? I've been training, but mostly to kill Imperials. You have some experience hunting monsters, don't you, Renry? Think you can cast an eye over a few of the local beasties and tell me how to deal with them? So don't waste any time then. I'll see you by the lock. Whilst you are busy attending to the local fauna, I shall have Master Watt explain to me what is required to restore the Sultry to its former glory. Good hunting! And no responses on what we're doing after IDV. Hydration check-up, taking a drink. Right then, Renry. I've got a spyglass here and you need to take a closer look at these pests. Once you got that measure, you can tell me what to do and we'll see how well I get on. Search around for yabbies, got it. Lower jaw, thank you. Appy's entire body is protected by a hard carapace, but the underside of the head looks soft and vulnerable. Ah, looks like you found a yabby. They say hitting the shell's like smacking a rock. Any suggestions? Aim for the soft underside of the head. Vulnerable under the head, are they? Right then. Wish me luck. Also, we're officially 23 hours, 8 minutes in. There you go, making me proud. And Renry still looks fucking gorgeous in this outfit. Thanks, Renry. You told me the wavekin went down like a sack of Pop-Toes. Let's find something else. Don't you get any ideas? Kibi! Just Kibi. Just Kibi! Kibi! The whimsy of running around on a giant kibi. I think I can handle the yabbies now, so we best try something different. What else is out there? A phobad. Hi, big guy. The eyes. Go for the eyes. I mean, that's a good idea with a lot of wildlife. Go for the eyes. Lobad's hands are large and powerful, but destroying its crystallized core should render the salt golem inanimate, since power from pulsating from beneath its brow. Phobad, how do I defeat one of those? Destroy the core within its brow. It's not its head, is it? Try to stab it right between the eyes, then. It's just a flat PNG! What the fuck? It just turned into a flat PNG! Damn! How hard did you hit him? How hard did you hit him that you made him turn into like a JPEG? I said go for the eyes, not send him to a different dimension. It's not easy fighting with the liberative Alamigo watching your every move. But I got the job done. Thanks for the advice, Renry. I feel a lot better prepared for my patrols now. Anyway, we should head back to the soldering before Granddad starts to worry I've been snipped to pieces and fed to a Yabby's hatchlings. Sir, you turned a golem to a JPEG. I think you're fine. I don't know about y'all, but I fear the man who could turn a golem into a flat JPEG. Maybe next time there's a primal, we send Whiskar. Alright, See, you've returned in one piece. Dealt with those beasties then, did you? I fought them myself after a bit of instruction from Runnery here, like. Once I've shared what I've learned with the others, we should have no trouble keeping the shoreline clear. Good lad. Fine young man you've become, Whiskar. A fine young man indeed. Too often of late I hear tales of folk over in the city drunk on victory and hungry for revenge, their heads stuck firmly in the past. But we need to set our sights on the future, on things which will improve our lot. Things like getting the soldiery ready to welcome our long-lost countrymen. Ah, weapon coffer. Neat. Seems Whiskar has the soldiery security well in hand. I, meanwhile, have discussed the next steps with Master Watt and completed my inspection of the site. With little work, the vacant buildings here could be made into a very presentable dwellings. Message from General Alden! Please be good news, please be good news, please be good news. Apologies for the interruption, miss, but the General will speak with you at your earliest convenience. Okay, well, maybe. Please be a social call. Please be a social call. Do not feel obliged to wait around on my account. I'll remain here to hammer out the finer details with Watt, not as an intermediary with our business partners in Ul'dah. You should go. General Alden asked that you wait for him by the main gate in the Alamegan Quarter. My apologies again, miss. Fare you well. Well, it doesn't seem to be an emergency. I don't think it's an emergency. But it's also Raubon. What the? Oh gods. Sorry, I saw a Discord notification that made me scared. Oh, he's on the other side of the gate. I'm not walking. Alright, meet up with Raubon, and I will go on break. Oh god, Pippin's back.
Apologies for the wait.
Oh good, your voice! Never mind, I don't need to panic.
People are screaming for the butcher's blood again. No sooner have we broken up one mob than another forms. Thankfully, all have been amenable to reason, thus far. But it is no concern of yours. We must speak of the men Arenvald and his comrades apprehended in the peaks.
Hold on, I need to see what the hell Hira's moon magic has done to Airship Dad. Turned him into fucking Blackbeard from One Piece. What the fuck, Hira?
By their uniforms, the captives were first judged to be Imperial troops. But after further investigation, their true identities came to light. I dare say you remember Yuyuhasi and Laurentius, the fugitives who conspired with Captain Ilberd in the Crystal Brave's betrayal.
Oh.
Aye, well, it would seem they followed him all the way to the wall. It was they who orchestrated the slaughter of the resistance fighters prior to the Griffin's infernal ritual.
Were it in your hands, how would you punish these men?
Oh, bad idea. Bad idea. Wrong person to ask. Wrong person to ask. Ignore the... Renri is pissed, but she's going to try and let cooler heads prevail.
You would spare these animals. Yours is a more merciful brand of justice than mine.
I don't think a slow, torturous experience is more merciful.
In any event, I thank you for your honesty. When the time comes for the Alliance to pass judgment, I'll see that your opinion is heard. Well, that concludes our business here. But there is more I would say. Walk with me.
Pippin's third wheeling right now.
I bear a share of the blame for Ilbert's atrocities. Had I openly supported the cause of Alamegan liberation, he might not have felt driven to do what he did. Things could have been different, and I'm sorry they aren't.
You can't blame yourself for one colossal idiot's choices.
But even after all that has happened, my homeland is free. With the Scions and the Alliance at their side, my countrymen have reclaimed what many thought lost forever. Under her new leadership, I have every confidence that Alamigo will emerge from the shadow of the Empire and rise once more to greatness. Which means my work here is done. Soon I will return to Uldar and take my place at the Sultana's side.
Father...
I'll not deny there's a part of me that wants to stay. The same part that contemplated renouncing my rank and joining you as a wandering sellsword.
Ah, god damn it. He fell victim to the Warrior of Light effect. The trend of unknowing harem protag Renri continues.
But I pledged my blade to Nanamo, and I will not betray that oath.
Is this truly what you want, Father?
It is. Ever has my sword been hers to command, and ever shall it remain. Thank you for lending an ear. When all the rest are clamoring for me to stay, I trust you'll send me on my way.
Now, can we not ruin this? This is nice. This is peaceful. Oh, hey, Ruby's joining me in the Weird Allergy Club. Welcome to the Weird Uncommon Allergy Club. It's a very shitty club. Rue is a true gamer, yet she's allergic to grass. And she's now joining me in the Weird Uncommon Allergy Club. It is a terrible club to be in, but it's one we gotta live with. Like, it's not even pollen, apparently. It's straight up grass. Me, it's vegetable oil. What the fuck? Anyways, pausing timer. And stop and record.